Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Right now at 10, kids from all over Wisconsin came together for a basketball tournament right here in La Crosse. Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Emily Haugen. Athletes and families from all over Wisconsin paid a visit to La Crosse this weekend for some basketball. News 8 Now's Anna Fisher stopped by the McDonald's Classic Boys Basketball Tournament, and she shares why this big event matters.
Emily, over 100 basketball teams were getting their heads in the game this weekend. This 4th through 9th grade tournament is the club's largest sporting event of the year and their biggest fundraiser. Teams have traveled in from across the state, all for a little friendly competition. The athletic director for the Boys and Girls Club says the long-time tournament is good for the kids and the community.
It's just interesting to see how teams kind of react, whether they just came off a win, came off a loss. Those groups of teams really stick together. It's been really a positive thing to watch this weekend.
The organization says this tournament is a great opportunity for the kids to experience some new competition while developing their playing skills. This tournament was for the boys, and the Girls McDonald's Classic will take place this winter. And if you'd like to sign your child up, team registration begins in early August. Emily?
Thanks, Anna. You can find the full team bracket with scores on our website, news8000.com. And a silver alert has been issued for a 76-year-old man out of Vernon County. Richard Hoffer left his home in Maple Ridge at 5 this afternoon, according to a Facebook post, and is driving a gray 2015 Toyota Tundra. You can see his photo on the screen. His license plate number is 205821. And the Vernon County Sheriff's Office asks that you call if you have any information on Hoffer's whereabouts. His number is on the screen. And it's that time of year again. Construction on La Crosse's South Avenue starts up tomorrow. Work will be done on south between Green Bay Street and Ward Avenue. Some lanes will be closed between Monday and Wednesday, and starting Wednesday, all traffic will be shifted to eastbound lanes in that zone. That'll happen while crews reconstruct the westbound lanes. The Department of Transportation urges drivers to slow down and watch out for crews in the area. The DOT says work should wrap up in fall 2023, and lane closures will last until Wednesday to allow for clearing.
All right, we do have a winter weather advisory in effect for the central and northern portion of the News 8 Now viewing area. I want to draw your attention to this map because if you look, La Crosse County, we're not under anything, but you go in pretty much any direction except south, that's where the winter weather advisory is in effect. It is now in effect, and it goes throughout the day on Monday. Some of these will expire Monday late morning. Some of these will expire Monday afternoon. So make sure you keep it tuned to the free News 8000 First Warn Weather app on your mobile device to receive the latest information for your area, especially if you're in the areas shaded in purple. Now the radar scan right now, you can see who's seeing what. The majority of us seeing a little bit of snow. La Crosse County, we're still seeing rain. We're still barely hanging above freezing. But you go over towards portions of Winneshiek County, portions of Alameda County, Crawford County, Richland County, we're seeing some rain, and some of that will start to transition over to snow. You can see out there on the tower cam, we're seeing that temperature of 35 degrees. We made it into the mid-40s earlier today. Now, coming up in the First Warn forecast, we're going to go more in depth as to timing, as to what we can expect in terms of rain and snow and who's going to see what. Some places won't see much of anything. Some places could see a quick couple of inches of snow, depending on your location.
All right, it'll be important to tune in then,
yes.
Huh? All right, thanks, Eric.
You bet.
And another Norfolk Southern train derailed in Ohio this weekend. It's been just 1 month since a separate train operated by that transportation company crashed and spilled hazardous materials in a rural area. CBS's Chanel Call joins us with the new investigation.
This is the moment 20 cars peeled off the track near Springfield, Ohio. Residents nearby were asked to briefly shelter in place. Today, local officials say there is no public risk.
The Ohio EPA made the determination that it was safe, so there was no hazards, both groundwater, air, nothing like that.
Saturday's accident follows a string of recent derailments across the country, including this fiery explosion in East Palestine, Ohio. 1 month later, residents say they are still physically suffering, even though the EPA's testing shows the air and water are safe. It is the latest dramatic incident on the tracks that has authorities and the public concerned.
It feels like we're talking more about train derailments recently. Are we seeing a spike in incidents?
We are not. If you go back for the last 5 or 6 years. You'll see we're at a constant rate.
And according to federal data, rail remains the safest way to move hazardous materials. But after the East Palestine disaster, Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown would like to see rail safety standards improve.
It's clear that their greed and incompetence always takes precedent over making their workers safe and making communities safe that they go through.
Last week, Brown and a bipartisan group of senators proposed new safety legislation for trains carrying hazardous materials.
State and federal officials say cleanup in East Palestine, Ohio should take roughly 2 months as crews work to remove all the contaminated soil and then relay the tracks. We'll also learn more about exactly what may have went wrong in East Palestine later on this week when the CEO of Norfolk Southern testifies in front of a Senate committee. Chanel Call, CBS News, New York.
And closer to home, dozens of organizations came together in Iowa on Sunday to protest anti-LGBTQ legislation that's making it through the first funnel. Hundreds of people were outside the steps of Iowa's State House. GOP lawmakers in Iowa are pushing more than 24 pieces of legislation that target the LGBTQ community. Some would prevent kids in Iowa from receiving gender-affirming care, such as hormone therapy and puberty blockers. The protesters' main goal today was to ask state lawmakers to stop the progress of bills like those. And even closer to home, an 8-year-old in Green Bay is a medical miracle. Firefighters helped save Doug Bell's life when he was just a newborn, and they've kept in touch, attending birthday parties, trips to the fire station, and then this summer, now they're at it again, helping little Doug 8 years later. When a mechanical pump that helps Doug's heartbeat began to fail, they showed up in support. They started a Dollars for Doug fundraiser so he could open his own bank account.
We were in the hospital at Milwaukee. They had put him on end-of-life care. And that's where the firemen were such a blessing because they had such a strong belief in him. They just knew this is a little fighter here, and he's going to make it, and he's going to be okay.
So a doctor in Texas took a chance by performing a life-saving surgery on Doug, and now he's changing the batteries on the machine that pumps his heart, and he's making big deposits. Well, coming up on News 8, sharing the spotlight, an Iowa cheer squad is including everyone at their big game. We'll take you there next. Stay with us. But first, it's Traumatic Brain Injury Awareness Month, and doctors want you to know they don't just happen in athletics. How you can keep your mind safe, coming up.
Convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous.
Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
Irish Fest Lacrosse invites you to join us in celebrating our Irish pride at the 15th Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 11th in downtown La Crosse. The Hunger Task Force will be accepting donations along the parade route. The Onalaska Omni Center is hosting a community-wide garage sale on March 11th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free admission, accepting donations of non-perishable food items.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
Well, if you're hearing a constant ringing in your ears, that could be a sign of tinnitus. That's a chronic condition that can affect your sleep cycle and everyday activity, and it affects many people. Symptoms can look like ringing, buzzing, whistling, cracking, or chirping in your ears. Mayo Clinic health experts say that 1 in 5 people have it. It could be caused by age, one-time exposure, or exposure to loud sounds over the course of your life. Doctors say if the ringing in your ears keeps bothering you, to talk to your healthcare provider for a hearing test. And when you're sick, a visit to the doctor can lead to a prescription, but sometimes that medication may not be approved by the FDA for your specific condition. That's called off-label. Doctors often do this when they think the treatment could be medically appropriate for the patient. A doctor from Mayo Clinic Health System says one example of that is prescribing aspirin for heart disease or diabetes.
It wasn't studied for the purpose, but we know it to be safe. Off-label use similarly is a kind of a similar concept. Safe, available medications used slightly outside the boundaries of how they were approved originally by the FDA.
And Dr. Begger encourages patients to talk with their doctor to understand those prescriptions. And this month is Traumatic Brain Injury Awareness Month. UW Health is bringing attention to prevention and awareness. Traumatic brain injuries, or TBIs, don't just happen in athletics. They can also be caused in accidents around the home. Injuries like these have lifelong consequences, but they often can be avoided. One expert says it's important to take precautions.
Clearing clutter from around the bed at nighttime, making sure homes are well lit, doing away with very loose rugs that can slide when people walk, having evaluations done for different types of handles in the bathroom or in the home.
Good advice. Doctors say symptoms of a TBI can come in the form of dizziness, double vision, sensitivity to light and sound, and trouble sleeping. And coming up on News 8, snow much fun. One Minnesota dad is taking winter to the next level. A look at a snow fort of epic proportions coming up later.
And on the radar scan right now, we are seeing a mixture of rain and snow across the Cooley region. Pretty much south of La Crosse is rain and heavy rain over towards Winnebago and Alameda County. Winter weather advisory is now in effect for the counties shaded in purple. So from Winona County, Monroe County, and points north, this expires tomorrow. We'll talk about that on the First Warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
News 8 Now and Carbage to Go are proud to be honoring the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area high schools at the Student Honor Banquet on April 11th. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence. Join us in congratulating these and all area graduating seniors.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
102.7 WKBH.
Hey, it's Kelly Wild from Magnum Media, and I've been getting inklings. My wife Susie telling me that 102.7 WKBH is on all over the place. Well, now the results are in, and thank you very much. Out of all the radio stations in La Crosse County, you made 102.7 WKBH number one.
Features in Holman is giving you the chance to win free food. Head over to news8000.com and enter the Menu Madness sweepstakes. Pick your favorite menu items each week from Features in Holman for a chance to win weekly prizes.
How would I describe Features in Holman? Food, family, and fun. For food, family, and fun, make it Features in Holman.
Yeah! Now there's a winner!
Introducing Astapro Allergy, steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. Now with Astapro Fast Allergy Relief, you can Astapro and go.
You live a life on demand. Movies, shows, and more. Your local news, weather, and sports shouldn't be different. The 8000 Plus app is the free streaming option, giving you everything local on your time. If you have one of these, you can get this.
News 8 Now and Carbage to Go are proud to be honoring the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area high schools at the Student Honor Banquet on April 11th. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence. Join us in congratulating these and all area graduating seniors. 20th Annual Early Bird Home Show lowest prices of the year on 2023 projects. Only at the Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse. Get started today. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, spring is a little more than 2 weeks away, but some Minnesota kids are hoping that the winter weather lasts a bit longer than that. Here's why. An Eagan, Minnesota man has constructed a giant snow fort in his backyard, and that's become its own community. WCCO's Alan Henry has a look inside the structure and how it came to be.
I'm kind of a snow engineer now, I guess, just by trial and error.
Brian Anderson has been a fan of snow his entire life, but being a dad has taken it to a whole other level.
I started building kind of snow igloos in the back of the yard a couple years ago, and they evolved into multiple snow forts, and it became like a village.
This year's fort is more than 5 feet tall and 30 feet wide, growing in his backyard almost nonstop since the first snow of the season in November and every snowfall since.
They know what we're going to do next, which is get the shovels and start going to town. And after school, a lot of days, I mean, there'll be 6, 7 kids out here, and I'll be helping out. And usually they'll help for about 3 minutes, and then I'll be working for half an hour.
What started as a fun project in his backyard now requires blueprints, unlocking both Anderson and the children's creativity.
We have 10 different rooms. We have 2 different hallways, kind of going just down the sides of it. We've got windows in each room into the hallways. We have 2 different slides, and each kid has their own room with their own window.
And while it's fun inside the fort, Anderson says the connections can be seen outside of it too.
I want there to be a little neighborhood unity in the wintertime. Like, the kids have so much fun in the summer playing with everybody. Winter, you just forget who your neighbors are, you forget, who your friends are, and this was a way to bring people out.
Anderson says his previous forts have stayed up until May before collapsing, but of course that all depends on Mother Nature. Well, I think that fort is exactly what I always wanted to build when I was a kid, but I'd start and then I'd get bored and go inside.
I have 2 words: road trip.
Yes, Eagan, it's not even that far.
No,
only
it's
2
just
hours.
South of Minneapolis.
Yes, yeah. Oh my gosh, why did I forget that I'm from there? Yes.
We have to see if we can take the Storm Runner up there and take a road trip and go.
Investigative journalism
At its finest.
All right.
Tell you what else is pretty fine out there right now, especially if you're a snow lover. The radar. Look behind me. You got the radar scan over here. You can see right here we do have a little bit of snow just pretty much from I-90 and points north towards Eau Claire, and then south of I-90 seeing the rain at this hour. Here's City Cam. You can see it coming down here at this hour. We'll go ahead and take the maps full screen. You can see exactly what's going on in terms of the current conditions. 35 degrees with rain is the current conditions at this hour. It feels like 29. Winds are out of the east at 7 miles per hour. It is currently 32 degrees at the TV station with that feels like temperature and your dew point or your ambient temperature and your dew point, I should say, so close together. That visibility as we go into the next several hours will start to go lower, so patchy fog is not out of the question. In Eau Claire, you're at 34 degrees. It feels like 25 out there. The winds are out of the east at 13 miles per hour, and we're seeing a little bit of a wind gust at this hour. Numbers for today, we made it to 46 after a morning start of 24. 40 and 21 is where we should be for this time of year. So here's the winter weather advisory right here. Winter weather advisory is in effect for everybody, pretty much from La Crosse north. This is in effect now, and it goes until tomorrow. Some places tomorrow morning, some places tomorrow afternoon. The latest snow tracker has just less than an inch from La Crosse and points south. Black River Falls, Eau Claire, maybe a quick couple of inches. I think that 4-inch range is a little bit excessive on that, and I'm thinking maybe 2, some places locally 3 inches. So here's a look at the radar scan right now, and we'll go ahead and zoom in. We'll take a look here at La Crosse County, and you can see exactly what's going on here. You can see there's La Crosse. We're seeing that rain just to the south of La Crosse towards the Caledonia and Viroqua area, seeing some snow. We'll go ahead and move the map farther south over towards portions of Winneshiek and Alma-Key County. We're seeing some rain, heavy rain over towards Decorah. But if you go a little bit farther south and a little bit farther west, look at what's happening over here. Yeah, we're picking up some lightning over towards the Fredericksburg area. Again, I think that's going to stay to the south of the viewing area, but still interesting nonetheless. So let's go ahead and zoom out and take a look here at the big picture. You can see literally from La Crosse up to the Twin Cities, we are starting to see that snow. Now, the precip chances as we go into the next several hours, they'll really start to ramp up till we get to about the 2-3 o'clock time frame, and then it's just going to stay low throughout the morning into the afternoon and early evening hours. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 30s from top to bottom will greet you. That feels like temperature will stay in the mid to upper 20s. So by 11 o'clock, again, keep an eye on Sky Tracker. That snow chance will continue. By the 2-3 o'clock time frame, it's out of here. We'll be left with mostly cloudy skies for your Monday. Maybe a stray shower or two. Not everybody will see that, but if you do, just a quick dusting, and then it's out of here by the mid to late afternoon hours. Then the clouds will start to decrease as we go into your Monday and Tuesday. Now, let's talk about what's going to happen as we go into the second half of the work week. So keep an eye on the Black Hills region. You can see a line of snow pushing its way towards the eastern part of South Dakota. This is going to push its way into the Coulee region by Wednesday and Thursday. That's something we'll keep an eye on as well. So the next 8 days, we go to 39 tomorrow with that 20% chance of precip. We'll go back into the 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday, back into the mid-30s for Thursday. We have that 30% chance of snow showers at that time. Then Friday, we have a rain-snow mix. Saturday, snow showers. Sunday is just an all-around bad day in general, because we're going to stay below freezing at 31. We set our clocks ahead an hour as daylight saving time comes to an end. We lose sleep. And I don't know about you, but I know if I lose an hour of sleep, I become a little bit of a grouch.
No, messes me up a lot.
Same.
Oh, well, we got to prepare, get all the sleep you can this week, and
yes,
you'll be ready, right?
I agree.
All right, thanks, Eric.
You bet.
I guess we'll find out from Cade coming up.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Your health care should be unique to you. At Mayo Clinic Health System, they get to know your story and customize a treatment plan that fits your needs.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside.
Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hi, I'm Ben Phillips, President and CEO of Phillips Outdoor Services. Great companies are made up of great people. We work hard to create a culture that people want to be a part of.
What makes Phillips unique to me is that I never come into work feeling like a number. Ben, Brianna, Tyler, everybody in the office, they really just make coming in every day enjoyable, and I think that's really important.
Dan Kelly won't keep our community safe. As a lawyer, Kelly defended child sex predators who posed as ministers in order to prey on vulnerable young girls. They lured young children to locations they believed to be safe, only to sexually assault and molest them. And Dan Kelly defended those monsters. Do you want someone like that on the Supreme Court? Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Cade Overton.
All right, before we get to tonight's Bucks game, we got to go back to last night. They were taking on the 76ers in a huge game on national TV, but the Bucks fell just short of their 17th straight win. Let's rewind. It was a packed house in the Pfizer Forum. Giannis and Joel Embiid both trying to gain some MVP points. Last night, for the first three quarters, it was all Milwaukee, up 15. Grayson Allen in the corner. That adds 3 more. Bucks were up 18, but the lead would be cut to 1 after Philly opened the fourth on a 15-2 run. Giannis doing his best to keep the lead. Bucket in the foul. Milwaukee up 4. Milwaukee still up with 1.5 minutes to go, but James Harden pulls up from Lake Michigan and drills it. The lead's cut to just 1. Next Philly possession. Harden out to Embiid at the top. Nothing but net. Philly takes a 2-point lead, and the Bucks weren't able to get back into it. Philly had 48 points in the fourth quarter. They were doing whatever they wanted to the Bucks defense. The win streak is snapped, and Giannis a little frustrated after yesterday's game.
We didn't do a good enough job. We got to learn from it.
We got to be able to play for 48 minutes, good basketball, defend for 48 minutes, and this is a good lesson for us, and hopefully we can carry over to the next game and try to be better and try to go win more games.
All right, but hey, the beauty of the NBA is that they're already on to the next game on the road in Washington. Brook Lopez with a huge block. And then how about another Lopez, a brick wall, second quarter now. How about Drew Holiday going over the backboard? You got to be kidding me. Bucks up 11, second half now. Giannis in transition, dumps it back to Bobby Portis. The three ball's good. Bucks offense is rolling. And then a few minutes later, check out Jay Crowder behind the back pass to Holiday in the corner. That's cash. Bucks up 7. Close game late in this one. It's Giannis time, but not as a scorer, as a passer. Somehow finding Joe Ingles in the corner. That's nothing but net, and that was the dagger as the Bucks get the win 117-111. They go again on Tuesday. Well, the college basketball regular season officially came to an end today, as now teams will be getting ready for their conference tournaments next week. The Badgers, they're on the bubble, and a loss tonight would pretty much mean their season is over, but a win and a deep Big Ten tournament run, you never know what they can do. They were across the border taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Badgers trailed at the half, but out of the break, Chucky Hepburn gets the steal. Nobody's going to catch him. He throws it down. Wisconsin down by 1, but Minnesota holding on. Carrington from beyond the arc buries it. Minnesota up by 7. Badgers not going anywhere. Hepburn, he drives baseline, a little fake. This one's too easy for him. Lays it in. Badgers down 3. Back and forth down the stretch. Connor Segan cut into the hoop. That puts the Badgers up 1. We were tied with under 30 to go, and Chucky Hepburn puts this game on ice. The step-back triple gives the Badgers a 3-point lead as they would hang on for the win. They've got Ohio State in the first round of the Big Ten tournament on Wednesday. All right, Twins in some preseason action against Detroit. And if you're a Twins fan, this is what you want to see. Second inning, new member of the team, Joey Gallo, getting a hold of this one, sending it to deep right field. That clears the fence for a solo shot. And then in the 5th, 2-on for Gallo again. And this time he gets a nice base hit into right field. Jose Salas is going around third, trying to score. He's in there safe at home. This one's tied up, still tied in the 6th, but not for long. Max Kepler crushes this one to right field. A moonshot, that gives the Twins the lead as they'd go on to win it 6-2. All right, Brewers preseason game, a little bit of a different story. Eric Lauer struggled a bit, giving up 3 earned runs. The offense couldn't find a rhythm as they lose 6-1 to the Mariners. All right, that's all I've got for sports, but we'll be back right after the break.
The extreme winter weather has kept shoppers from our showrooms. Now millions of dollars in furniture and mattresses must be sold. Now through Wednesday, everything is on sale. Get 10% off sale prices plus free shipping. The Snow Emergency Sale, now at Home Furniture.
A new day has dawned on the all-new Maury's, Audi, and Volkswagen of La Crosse. Feel the luxury of Maury's Audi as soon as you enter the new state-of-the-art Audi dealership. Audi technology and style incorporated into Maury's La Crosse Audi sales and service. Maury's Volkswagen La Crosse features an upbeat, high-tech atmosphere. Having service done, enjoy our relaxing lounge as you wait. Come experience excellence at the new and improved Volkswagen of La Crosse. New building, new location, same friendly staff. Maury's Audi and Volkswagen of La Crosse.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
It's easy to see when you have a plumbing problem, but when it comes to your water, things aren't always so clear. Without water conditioning, your water may be doing more harm than good. Hard water can damage your pipes and appliances, leave spotting on dishes, as well as dry out your skin and hair. Contact the professionals at Maxwell White. More than a plumbing company, we offer comprehensive water conditioning. That's 2 great services under one roof. Enjoy cleaner dishes, softer and brighter clothes, and much more with a simple call to Maxwell White. Water conditioning done right.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruit and vegetables, but featuring so much more. Come see all that we have. Homemade bakery, large selection of locally produced honey, gourmet popcorn, craft beer, wine and cheese, meat and seafood, arts and crafts, and so much more. There is no substitute for homegrown freshness. Open daily year-round. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Come see what great sleep looks like on a Purple mattress from Home Sleep Express. Right now, get no money down, 6-year special financing with free delivery, free setup, and a 120-night guarantee. The famous Purple mattress at Home Sleep Express.
A cheerleading team in Iowa is enjoying and sharing the spotlight at the state basketball championship Saturday. The team included some cheerleaders with special needs. One parent said being included was life-changing for her daughter. Kayla James reports.
There's nothing a parent loves more than seeing a smile on their child's face.
It's absolutely phenomenal as a parent.
It's a fact that holds true for Christina, the mother of Johnston sophomore Jalen Jackson, and one of the Sparkles cheer team's biggest fans.
So it is a group of cheerleaders with special needs.
During basketball season, the Sparkles normally cheer at girls' home games, but this year,
one of my favorite cheers is Marching to the Beat.
For the first time ever, they got to cheer at the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament.
And I asked the Girls Union, would it be okay if we brought our Sparkle cheer? And they said absolutely.
Throughout the week, the Sparkles got to show off their talent, along with Johnston's varsity cheer squad.
We can only have 6 cheerleaders on the court at a time, so we did a rotation, 3 varsity with 3 Sparkle cheerleaders.
It's almost like a sisterhood. You get to really know the girls.
Working with each other and helping the Sparkles feel comfortable performing in front of hundreds at the Girls State Basketball Tournament.
She's been able to have peers, you know, that she eats lunch with every day and knows their name and they say hi to her.
And most importantly, Christina says, her daughter and the rest of the girls on the team feel included.
Great story. We'll be right back.
Don't miss out. Ashley's new lower prices are here. And get ready, the Orange event at Ashley is coming soon. For 3 days only, shop in store or online for the biggest event of the year. Or shop now with financing options for every budget. Only at Ashley.
Introducing Astapro Allergy, steroid-free allergy relief that starts working in 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take hours. Now with Astapro Fast Allergy Relief, you can Astapro and go.
Our weather is constantly on the move, and you can trust that the News 8 Now First Warn team is always tracking it. But we're not just here. When storms move in, the First Warn team gets moving in the Storm Runner. The News 8 Now Storm Runner puts you in the middle of what's happening with up-to-the-minute live reports, day or night. It's just one more way the First Warn team has you covered when it comes to severe weather. The News 8 Now Storm Runner, powered by Maury's VW. News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
Irish Fest Lacrosse invites you to join us in celebrating our Irish pride at the 15th Annual St. Patrick's Day Parade on March 11th in downtown La Crosse. The Hunger Task Force will be accepting donations along the parade route. The Onalaska Omni Center is hosting a community-wide garage sale on March 11th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Free admission, accepting donations of non-perishable food items.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is here and ready to help. Anyone in Wisconsin can call, text, or chat to get connected to a trained 988 counselor. Trained counselors are here to support anyone experiencing a suicidal, mental health, or substance use crisis. You can also contact 988 if you're concerned about someone. 988 is confidential and free to all Wisconsin residents. 988 24/7. Call, text, chat. Here to support you.
Oh, that's full service. Pull in there, Michelle.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Fill her up?
With the good stuff.
You got it.
Oh, and can you check the oil too, please?
Sure. That car has no oil.
At Sleepy Hollow, we are your full-service dealership.
Don't miss miss out. Ashley's new lower prices are here. And get ready, the Orange event at Ashley is coming soon. For 3 days only, shop in store or online for the biggest event of the year. Or shop now with financing options for every budget, only at Ashley.
The winter weather advisory for, La Crosse County is not in it, but every other county around La Crosse County is in it. And points north is now in effect. That will expire tomorrow. Make sure you keep it tuned to the News 8000 First Warn Weather app for the latest information on that. We'll go back into the mid-30s for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's skip it. Let's go to Monday. 33 degrees with mostly sunny skies. 31 degrees and we lose an hour of sleep. That's a recipe for disaster in my book.
You know what? I'm not going to think about that yet. We'll save that for the future.
That's right.
Thank you for watching News 8. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow night.